What is longboard dancing? Honestly, the only way to describe it is just to show you. So what's up everybody, my name is Wouters, and in today's video I'm telling you everything you need to know about longboard dancing. So why is it called longboard dancing? Well, the video already explained it in my opinion, but basically by doing steps on your board, it quickly starts to look like you're dancing on it. And the art of it is always to make it look easy and effortless, even though you might have spent days, weeks or even years making it look that way. Even completely random people who couldn't tell the difference between a longboard and a skateboard, they've come up to me on the streets and told me like, yo, cool man, it looks like you're dancing on that board. So longboard dancing in general is just a very intuitive name for it. Furthermore, you can combine it with doing tricks, and that way you can create amazing looking lines. And while honestly I would never call myself a dancer, it sounds pretty weird in my opinion, there are people who do honor the name, like Drew for example. They show you why it's called dancing. They would say that longboard dancing is not just about the movements of your feet, but the way your entire body moves as you dance on the board. But anyways, yeah, I'm just way too stiff for that. Now that we know what it is, what do we actually need to get started? Well, first of all, I think a longboard would be a good start. I'll give you a highlight of what to look for specifically for dancing. And if you want more tips, check out my buying guide in the description. First of all, the size of the board is a very important factor for how easily and enjoyable it will be to dance on it. A general rule of thumb could be the longer, the easier. And naturally, longer boards offer you more space to do your steps, and the longer the boards, the more you will get a flowy and surfy feeling. Short boards are more direct and they make shorter turns. I would say 100 centimeters or 40 inches is a standard size for longboards. For dancing, boards are generally a bit larger, so around 120 centimeters on average. You can go even longer for very specific dancers, or you can dance on shorter boards too, but the recommended length in my opinion is 120 plus minus 5 centimeters. For those who follow me, that means 0.69 plus minus 0.03 yachts. Next up, there are wheels. These are also not that critical of a part for dancing. I'd say size 65 millimeters with hardness 82A are standard wheels. And for dancing, you could go softer, maybe even a bit larger to get a smoother feeling. And you can also juggle them. Hell yeah. And then finally, there's the trucks. These are a very important component for longboard dancing. And that's because they carve or they turn the board. As you already saw, longboard dancing is all about carving, and different trucks can give you a completely different feeling. There are many brands out there that you can consider, the most popular ones being caliber trucks and Paris trucks. You can make your trucks, whatever you have, more turny by loosening the kingpin or by changing the bushings. Typically, this also depends on your weight, so don't be afraid to experiment with your trucks. There's not much you can do wrong with them. And yeah, let's move on. Okay, so now that we have our longboards, where do we actually start? And what do we need to know before we actually start? Well, the great thing is that you can start practicing longboard dancing very early on in your longboard journey. Pretty much as soon as you learned how to push and carve, you can start to try some new steps. In the next section, I'll tell you where to start, but first, here are some things that I suggest you practice or learn about before your first steps. First, I would recommend being comfortable pushing straight. Next up, try being able to push while making slight turns, so with your foot slightly off center. Also make sure that you're somewhat comfortable carving. Optionally, you can prepare by carving or pushing in switch position, so that's with your other foot forward. Also, you can practice jumping off and on your board. These are all basic exercises, but they can help you get more comfortable on your board. And I would recommend checking out this video for more tips on these exercises. Also, you can always practice them. It doesn't have to be before you start. They can help anyone to be more comfortable on their boards. Like me, I still practice pushing switch. Alright, so we are now ready to start our longboard dancing journey. Just try this one. Okay, well maybe that's a bit ambitious. Let's actually start with the basics, being a cross step. The fun thing is that it's not too difficult and you can try and learn it quite fast. Actually, once you're somewhat comfortable on your board, you should really try it out. After that, I recommend learning the 180 step. These are two of the most basic steps that I recommend any beginner to learn. They're a lot of fun and they're also a great introduction to longboard dancing. And then next up, I would learn a Peter Pan in a switch or a backwards 180 step. And if you have these 4 down, you can already do some endless dancing and a ton of combinations. Alright, now that we got started, let me warn you for something that I believe more than 50% of all the beginners fall for, including me. And one of the biggest tips I can give you that I tell everyone when they start longboard dancing is to carve or turn when you dance. In other words, don't just do the steps while going straight, but do them while going left and right. And believe it or not, it makes it so much easier. That's because you don't have to balance your body in the center of the board where it can easily shift to the left or the right. Rather, you want to determine, now I go left, now I go right. And while you turn, it's much easier to balance, because if you go a bit too much, your board just turns in more and it stays beneath you. It won't just shoot into the other direction like it would in the center of the board. And yeah, maybe the best part of it is that it also just looks 100 times better. So it took me a while to realize this on my own. So hopefully you can take this advice right away. Okay, and then the final question is, how do I get better and stay motivated? Well, honestly, there's only one tried and true way, and that's by subscribing to this channel for lots of tips and skate videos. I'm just kidding, there are a lot of great longboarders out there. Here's a list of just some of them, like Natalie Pluto, Lotfi Lamali, Achel Massin, Ju, Hugo Mori, Yo. They can all give you a lot of inspiration and motivation, and sometimes even tips. So in conclusion, these were the 101s of longboard dancing. If you are stoked to learn more or get motivated, please subscribe and like this video. And yeah, most importantly, I just want you to try it out. Hope you have fun with it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Ciao.